I'm Barbara Kumson. Thanks for staying with us. Now, the Electoral Commission has warned that persons who disregard the social distancing protocols during the registration exercise will be sent home. Director of Electoral Services, Dr. Srebo Kweku, stated in an interview on Prime Morning on Joy Prime TV that individuals had to take personal responsibility for their own safety or face the consequences. The commission was criticized by various stakeholders after safety measures were abandoned by voter ID applicants on Tuesday, which was the first day of registration. Health experts fear there will be a spike in cases of COVID-19 soon if this is not checked. Listen to Dr. Srebo Kweku's response.
They may not necessarily do that at the registration center, but people should appreciate that wherever they go, it will be in their interest and the interest of their family, interest of all Ghanaians, to ensure the social distancing. As for the application of the thermometer, water, and the rest, they had no choice. But the social distancing is the challenge. And I will entreat that once we are dealing with people 18 years and above, they should appreciate the implications of not observing the social distancing. So today we are going to ask our people to seriously force people to observe them. If they can't, then they should rather leave the place.
Now, you do recall the Ghana Medical Association in an earlier statement said government should take action against the commission if the wanton disregard for safety continues throughout the registration. But Dr. Srebo Kweku believes this is unfair.
What I would say is that instead of apportioning blame and threatening people, let us all agree and commit ourselves to the education. Let us all let people know the implication of their actions instead of threatening and the most important, all of us, every Ghanaian should be committed to that. If you go there and you see that it's not working, help to educate the people. I think that will give more results instead of the threats.
Do you feel like that particular threat, as you call it, is unfair?
I think so, because we are talking of adults who should know what is right. So people should take their own health situation into their hands. So everybody should be on board to help us educate the people and ask people to observe the protocols.
Now let's get a sense of how the exercise played out today. Voter registration exercise in the Ododo-Diodio constituency are delayed for 5 hours after disagreements between EC registration officials and representatives of the political parties present over some centers that were excluded from the exercise. Social distancing and all COVID-19 protocols were disregarded again as persons who had come to register stood in long winding queues, some of them without masks. Maxwell Abagba was in the constituency and now reports.
Disappointingly, here at the Blessed Assurance Registration Center, social distancing is not really happening. I want to take you, well, many of the people here have started wearing their masks after they've seen our cameras. But what we observed when we came here was that some of them had it in their pocket, some of them were wearing it under their chins. In fact, many of them were not wearing their masks. Social distancing, it's a big problem here. Now I'm hearing, some of the officials here telling them to space out. But you can clearly see that social distancing is not really working here. I have a concerned resident. You are a resident?
Yes.
And before we pulled out our cameras, you saw the situation here.
Yes.
Can you tell us what the situation was like before we pulled out the cameras?
The situation is not all that good. Social distancing, social distancing poor. Nose masks, no. Washing of hands, I am not seeing it. But what I'm seeing really, what I'm seeing really is the thermometer gun. The thermometer gun is being applied.
Okay.
But for the social distancing, you can even see from the cameras that it is not the best. And some of them are not even having their nose masks, and they are even shouting.
Yeah. Okay. Are you a resident here?
Yes, I'm a resident here.
Okay, so tell me.
Even we advise most of them to wear it because the thing is very dangerous. The sickness is very dangerous. But to my opinion, I have only one problem to say. This kind of queue is unnecessary. to me, is very unnecessary. Because why the government didn't want to use the old one? Why the government didn't want to use the old voters ID card to vote?
The man over here, I can see his. Let's get closer to him and find out from him what his. Chief, you're welcome to JoyNews.
Right, cheers, man.
Yeah, what's your name, sir?
My name is Frederick Makankwa.
Okay.
Frederick Makankwa, yeah. Very densely populated area. So obviously, you're going to have these challenges.
Okay.
It is normal.
Are you part of the EC?
Sorry?
Are you part of the EC?
I am an official for a political party. Okay, right? My people in Choco respected social distancing before. No. It's a problem that they always, you see? It's a problem we have here. They won't respect it. This is Choco for you.
Okay, we are here at the City Engineers Registration Center 1 and 2. And as you can see, some persons have gathered here outside the presence of the registration center. So, this lady standing here is one of the people deployed here, one of the health persons deployed here to this particular registration center. Hi, what's your name?
Dr. Nadesu. I'm here to check the temperature and to record any case which is beyond me.
Okay.
So I quickly check their temperature before they go wash their hands, then they proceed to the next level.
Okay. If you say beyond you, what exactly do you mean? It doesn't mean that if someone's temperature is above
38, from 38 going, then I put the person aside, fill a form, and then refer the person to our clinic, Osha Polyclinic.
I've been speaking to the Jamestown District Crime Officer, ASP Williams Kalami. He says they are enforcing the strict wearing of the face mask here. Persons who show up at this registration center without a face mask are asked to go home, get one before they return.
So far today is very calm as compared to yesterday. Because initially yesterday there was a problem which was resolved leading to late start of the program. So people were agitating. But today everything is smooth. I think with the programs we put in place, everything is very smooth. The role of the police is very simple, to maintain law and order so that the exercise moves on smoothly.
Okay. Are you also checking whether people are complying with the social distancing protocol and the wearing of face masks? Are you also doing that here?
Yes, of course. You know, we are faced with a pandemic. And we must make sure we are all safe. So we see to it that people come with face masks. The social distances should also be observed. So we are ensuring that it is observed.
What about those who come without face masks? What happens to them?
Yeah, personally, I have even spotted some people who were not wearing face masks, and I advised them and sacked them, and they went back and came back in there.
Okay. So if you come here without face masks, you'll be sacked and asked to go and get one?
Yes, sure.